Good afternoon, Tracy. How are you today?
I am doing great. How are you?
Outstanding, outstanding. Not as good as you are always, because like I mentioned when you first popped in here, I'm like, do you ever have a bad day?
I
Um,
do. I do. You just wouldn't know it.
well, yeah. With that said, I'm gonna pop in and kind of tell everybody um, a quick story too. But Tracy, thank you for joining us today. Lending with purpose is what we call this, and it's conversations with our clients and friends and introductions of various forms of information and professionals like yourself, resources that we use, we look for and we never knew existed, and we wanted to learn more about. And so I usually pop in and tell a quick little sort of mortgage type of story, but we have something in common because we have 13-year-old boys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm not ready. That's all I can say. I'm not ready.
I think I'm ready, but um, so I'm down here today because I'm messing around with a new little camera setup or whatnot, and so I've been doing these shows largely by myself, like in regards to setting the camera up and hitting play and doing all that stuff. So I asked my son because he's still downstairs. They don't start back school until Tuesday. Hey, come downstairs and help me out. And this was 15 minutes ago, and so he takes his sweet time to come downstairs because you know how they do. It's got to be on their terms, right? No one can tell him what to do. He
Mhm.
comes downstairs, and so I ask him to switch out a couple of things and to help me out and do a few things differently. So then I ask him to stand behind the camera and focus it for me and do the little zoom thing. And he sucks his teeth.
Oh Lord.
He sucks his teeth at me. And so I just I'm just like, man, thinking about it, like it's funny. I don't even have a moral to that particular story besides he's living his best life. I wish I was him at sometimes where I didn't have any worries in the world. But that's what just happened while we've been on the phone the whole time. Remember I put you on mute a few times because I was fussing at him. So
Oh man. See, my son, he's about 5'9", and I'm 5'2". So at 13, he towers me. But I let him know I'm in charge because you don't know how good you got it. And if I ask you to do something, I don't want to call you 50 times.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
and do it. But they're on it with their friends and 2K. At least he's over the Fortnite thing because that was just the bane. I hated it.
My son never really got into it. I
Uh,
don't think he was that good at it, but he never really got into it. But he's been playing 2K a lot. They play some Madden, but mostly 2K.
yeah,
Um,
that's my son.
yeah, he's kept busy with doing that. But again, welcome today, Tracy Jennings, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy, you with DR Horton, and can you tell us who you are, what you do, and we'll just carry on the conversation.
Well, my name is Tracy Jennings, and I'm the area sales manager from D.L. Horton. I have been with D.L. Horton going on 12 years. I just recently took the area sales manager position versus being on the floor, and that's where Shawn knows me from, is from selling homes. So now I'm just overseeing 5 communities in the DMV. So I'm actually just left a community and tried to time it so I could be in a position to where I could get in and get situated. So I just said I'll sit in the car. At least I won't get interrupted from the model business. So I said I'll stay in the car.
Oh yeah, thanks. Sir. One day we'll come over and we'll do a tour of the place and we'll do a live
Yeah.
stream for everybody what it looks like. But you can't just say managing 5 communities. That's not a just. What- What's
No,
that?
it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
that's not a just. That's a big thing. So where are the 5 communities that you manage?
So we have 4 in Virginia, which is Berryville, Blue Ridge, Wilderness, which is in Orange County, and then Stafford. And then I have Odenton Town Center. But D.R. Horton is also at Woodmore Overlook, which is in Mitchellville. And we are closing out Odenton Town Center, which were townhomes.
Got it. And what's a community? What's that mean? Like, what's that look like for a builder?
Um, it depends. I mean, it could be anywhere from 10 lots to 200 lots or even thousands of lots. Basically, the land is sparse, and so they're picking up lots wherever they can get them.
And then like so like for instance, the Woodmore Town Center, that's where we met, right?
Yes.
How long did it take to sell that project? Like, so number one, how many homes approximately were there? And number two, like about how long did it take to get through that?
It was 485 with single family in towns. And I think we did it in 3.5 years, four max.
Wow. Wow. Bless you. Like, so like about 125 homes a year on average.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's are you seeing big developments like that much anymore? Like you mentioned, the land's getting sparse. I mean, they can't make any more of it. So well, unless you're in Dubai, I think they're making, some land there. But I haven't seen us do that here in the US. But anyway, I say all that to say, are you seeing big communities like that much anymore?
Actually, D.R. Horton has several big communities coming down the pipeline.
Okay.
So we'll be in 2022, we'll be back in the core with a bigger presence. We'll be at Westphalia, which will be towns and single families. Our largest PUD will be in La Plata, which will be roughly about 3,000 lots there. It would kind of be like a Glen Eagles type setup. We'll be in Brandywine, which will be several hundred homes. So yeah, it's just knowing the right people, and D.R. Horton. We've got the right leaders in place, and they're aggressively going after the lots.
Understood. So, like, how was your year last year?
Amazing.
All right. I mean, I figured you would say that. That was a softball question for you. Like,
Amazing.
yeah.
I mean, we opened up Woodmore. So the pandemic hit, let's just say March. We really started trying to reinvent ourselves because that was critical. How are we going to sell homes when, stay-at-home orders? So we went virtual. We did videos, and, we got out of our comfort zones. And then what D.R. Horton did for the real estate agents, which was huge, is that they paid a 6% commission for the houses that were sold in April. And that just catapulted our sales. And we just had the pedal down to the floor. We opened up Woodmore Overlook April 28th, and within 1 week we sold 16 homes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, I don't know if everybody knows this, but anybody that's been shopping for a house over the past 2 years, it's likely that they've run into a real big issue with inventory. There's been a problem finding a resale. Like, so,
right.
I'm talking to Tracy right now, and Tracy sells new homes. Like, these homes are newly built. No one's lived in them. They're building them from the ground up. But there's a resale type of house where, I might have owned the house for X amount of years, and now I'm going to put it on the market and sell it to you. So there's slim pickings, even still, but there was big time, from the last couple of years where there wasn't a lot of inventory, meaning a lot of homes being available to be sold. And so, how did that play out for you as a home builder in the new home sector?
It was great because D.R. Horton's business model is we've gone to being an inventory builder. So we're going to build them and sell them. We're not going to sell them to build them. So it was great because we constantly had houses in many different stages of construction that we were able to feed the pipeline. They did control the sales. And at one point, they got into the competing bids at the beginning of this year, which was, we had to adjust to that. But, it kind of like shifted, I would say, around June that, we didn't have to do the bid process.
Oh, wow. So even on your new home sales, you were having people, like, I call it a lottery. Like, honestly, you go see a house, and if you like it, Tracy, chances are 20 other families like that same house. And so everybody's trying to get that same home. So y'all went through that same situation where people were, waiving contingencies and,
Yeah.
offering to pay more than the actual list of price of the house or the appraised value and such.
Yeah. We didn't get as the bids were not as egregious as the resale market, because some of the resale market escalations were just out of this world. So no, I mean, it would be a few. I mean, if anyone lost a bid, it was typically by maybe $5,000 to $10,000. It was nothing, $100,000 over asking price or anything like that.
Got it. Got it. And so, tell us about the difference in those models though, because, my experience, with the new home builders and just, just from a layman situation is that, uh, you put a down payment on the lot, right? And then you say, hey, build the house for me.
Nope,
Right.
that's not our process no
That's
more.
not your process anymore.
So you're going to come into my model, and I'm going to show you probably the real house, and you're going to be able to say, yeah, I like that house, and I'm going to tell you when that house will close. And I'm going to say, Shawn, I got a house that's going to close in September. Does that work for you? And I'll take you right to it. And if you say, no, I prefer October, November, I'll show you the houses that are under construction that we think will deliver at that time. Because now what builders are running into are material shortages. That is a big problem. Windows, garage doors, it's just siding, shutters. I guess the factories have not gotten back full speed, or they can't keep up with the pace, and they are just really delaying the builders significantly. Lumber went up 30 to 40% higher than what it was.
Yeah, yeah. I did a project last year on a rehab, and I got in right at the nick of time because we bought out all of our lumber, and then
Mm-hmm.
boom, the pandemic hit, and I couldn't, that would have cost me double in materials.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when we did that, I've so the new home sales though exceeded, what the expectations were. So it doesn't seem like that there's going to be a crash that everybody's thinking that's going to happen, anytime soon, at least. But I was also reading, Tracy, that what does it say? Half of the new homes they sold for more than $400,000. So the values of these new homes are going up too as well. Is that right?
Oh my God. We started at Woodmore, I would say we were at like 430, and now we're kissing 600,000.
Is that a
And
base?
they, and well, remember, because we're a spec builder, everything's included. So that you're not starting off at a base price. We put everything in the house. We appointed with upgraded cabinets, granite, hard surface floors, granite in all the bathrooms. We put blinds, garage door openers, smart home technology. It's all in the house. So when you come in and you see my price sheet, it may say 565, but you're not adding anything to it because it's already in the house.
So tell me about the reverse so that, people that are listening to this, and watching this understand the difference. So, you drive through a neighborhood and you see a sign, Tracy, and it doesn't, it's just any builder. And you see a sign and it says starting in the low 500s, right? But by the time you finish, that low 500 house is pushing 600,000 or
Yeah.
So how's that work? Like, what does that really mean if you see that sign that says starting in the low 500s?
Okay, so we offer two different floor plans. So if you saw something that says in the low, the upper fours, mine would say upper fours now. Okay, that's my smaller floor plan, but I also have a larger floor plan. But when you see our price sheet, that's an all-in price. Where traditional building, you're gonna go and you're gonna say, "Oh, I love the Hampton. It's 2,800 square feet, and elevation A is going to be 500,000." Okay. Well, I don't like elevation A because that is the basic front of the home. And I'm going to say I want elevation I because it's going to give me a full brick porch, and it's going to give me a just a extra gables or whatever it is. But that elevation is going to be at 540,000. Okay. So that doesn't include the interior options, which you have to add the exit from the basement, whether you want a finished basement. So by the time you tack on all of the upgrades that you want, you could very well be over 600,000 from a $500,000 price point, because you're going to be charged for the hard surface floors, the upgraded cabinets, the finished basement, and the rec room. Well, we include it, so it's already in our home.
Got it. I'm not gonna beat you up too badly. I'm gonna let you stay on a high note, right? I'm not gonna ask you the cons. What are the pros of buying a new home, new construction?
Well, nobody's ever lived in it. You don't even have, the dirty toenails and the dust mites in the carpet, all those things. When it's new, it's new. You can go lay on the carpet and do your angels. And that's what I did when I first got my new house. I laid on the carpet and just did angels on the carpet. That's exactly what I did. And it was mine. And that I was very happy,
Got it. And what should somebody like take me through the process buying a new house? Like, so from the time so you will work with realtors. Most builders work with a realtor most of the time?
Well, we still pay 3%. All the other builders have cut the realtor commission down to either 2%, 1 3/4, or they're paying a flat fee of like $5,000 or less.
Got it. Supply and demand. So they know that they have a product that everybody wants and it's easy to get to. So I understand that. And so, all right. So let's just say two scenarios. I have a realtor, right? And I want to walk in and buy a new construction. What do I do? Like, how do I get to the end, to the closing table?
You're just gonna come in and step back, and we're gonna tour the homes and what we have available. You're gonna select one. You're gonna give an earnest deposit, and we're gonna take you through the process. By the time you've contracted, you've already missed your pre-drywall. Okay, so there.
I lost you, Tracy. You were on a roll too. All right. Thanks for everybody listening in. I'm going to give Tracy Jennings a quick chance to get back in. I think she's doing it from her cell phone in the car as she moves to a new community, and kind of froze up a little bit on us. Let's see, Tracy. All right, so I'll wait for her to pop back in, but no, it's good. So basically, what we were talking about is when you're purchasing a new construction home and you do have a realtor, go there with your real estate agent, right? So go to the new construction site, sit there and talk to the new home sales consultant, and they'll take you through the process of, like she mentioned, touring the house to see what the homes look like based on the different models that they offer. Then they'll take some time to go through their contract with you as well, to go through like what the actual cost is going to be, when the delivery is going to be and such, and take it through that stage. What I was anxious to hear from Tracy, and she doesn't pop back in, we'll do it another time. But what I was anxious to hear from her is, what does it look like if you don't have representation? I firmly believe that you should, because buying a house, it doesn't cost you anything, like in regards to paying a realtor, any fees. So I personally think it's okay to take a realtor in with you, because there are times where you definitely do need an advocate and someone to act on your behalf and help you with your contracts and understanding them, because that's what they do all day, every day. And so, but if for some reason you go in alone, outside of having some representation, what does that look like too as well? So Tracy, if you catching the replay and you want to just tag us in the comments and put some information in, I greatly appreciate it. But it was a really good start so far. Like with this conversation, again, I'm gonna get Tracy back on, Tracy Jennings. If anybody's got any questions or any comments they want to leave in the chat, please do so. Please do so. Other than that, I think actually I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I always ask the question at the end, dead or alive, you get one person, one question. Who would it be and what would you ask? I was anxious to hear that from her today. I might give you mine. Actually, I'm going to leave you with a cliffhanger. Next week, I'll tell you what mine is. But everybody, I appreciate you joining in today. It's always great catching up with everybody. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. As I say every week, it'd be a shame to have these relationships and contacts and not be able to share the network with you. Continue to remain as safe and as healthy as possible, as you can. And if you need anything, just reach out. Everybody have a great day, and we will talk next week. Thank you.